Glacier Point has just reopened for the 2024 season. Let's check it out together. Glacier Point Road closes to traffic in the winter due to snow, and it just reopened Tuesday, May 14th for the 2024 season, so I was here bright and early to drive up to Glacier Point on opening day. When open, you can reach Glacier Point Road by traveling on Wawona Road, either from Yosemite Valley or from Wawona. Glacier Point Road stretches about 15 miles to some of Yosemite's most scenic points of interest. Now, currently, the road is completely clear, but there's a lot of snow on the sides of the road as you drive higher in elevation. I arrived at the Glacier Point parking lot just before 9 a.m., and it was already starting to get pretty packed here on opening day. From the large parking lot, there's a short, easy paved path that leads to the famous overlook in less than 3/4 of a mile round trip. The elevation at the trailhead is 7,200 feet above sea level, and Glacier Point stands 3,214 feet above the valley below. The short paved trail to Glacier Point is dog-friendly, so this is the perfect stop to make with your furry friends on your next Yosemite visit. I have a full dog-friendly Yosemite blog post, and I'll make sure to link that in the description of this video below. You're not allowed to walk out on the official Glacier Point rock formation, but the protected viewing platforms provide plenty of room for the park crowds to enjoy the stunning scenery here. Glacier Point views are unparalleled. Located below is Yosemite Valley, Curry Village, Yosemite Lodge, and the historic Ahwahnee Hotel. Both upper and lower Yosemite Falls can be seen flowing. Royal Arch is positioned centrally. Mount Hoffman, Basket Dome, and North Dome are all on display from this spot. And gazing straight out toward Half Dome is definitely a highlight here. Just a short stroll from Glacier Point is the Glacier Point Trailside Museum building. This small stone building, now referred to as the Geology Hut exhibit, was constructed in 1924. It was the first trailside museum in the National Park system, and it was added to the U.S. National Register of Historic Places in 1978. You also get great views of the Mist Trail and both Vernal and Nevada Fall from here. If you visit this spot on a quiet spring morning, you can even hear the waterfalls raging below in the distance. And make sure to check out my full Mist Trail blog post and YouTube video for details on the incredible Mist Trail leading to both Vernal and Nevada Fall. I'll make sure to link the details in the description below. Stop by the Glacier Point gift shop and snack stand if you need a bite to eat, then walk over to the wonderful outdoor amphitheater where rangers give interpretive talks. The location where this amphitheater stands was once home to the Glacier Point Hotel, built in 1918. You'll also find one of the most famous Glacier Point photo spots right here. So this is one of the most famous viewpoints from Glacier Point, and you can see where the Glacier Point Hotel was actually built in to the side. Along with the Glacier Point Hotel, the Mountain House Hotel was built here in 1873. And Yosemite's original firefall happened when campfire ash was pushed over the edge of Glacier Point. Unfortunately, the hotel burned down in 1969. However, a few of the old foundation markings are still evident here if you know where to look. There are multiple trailheads along Glacier Point Road. Directly from Glacier Point Trailhead, you can set out on 4 Mile Trail, Pohono Trail, and Panorama Trail for incredible and definitely strenuous hikes. You drive around the picturesque Horseshoe Bend on your way to Glacier Point, but this is also an incredibly popular spot with photographers, particularly for sunrise or sunset, but it's beautiful any time of day. If you're planning a 2024 Yosemite trip, please be aware the park requires vehicle entry reservations for specific dates through October, so make sure to visit the official Yosemite NPS website for the most up-to-date information, and please remember all the leave no trace principles on your park adventure. Driving Glacier Point Road, some first-time park visitors mistake Washburn Point for the famous Glacier Point, but Washburn Point is just a small parking lot located just one stop before you reach Glacier Point. No hiking is required here to see magnificent half-dome views. In fact, you get a better view of Yosemite Falls here than you do at the actual Glacier Point location. Washburn Point is not often as crowded as Glacier Point, but plenty of people do stop here for a quick photo on their way to Glacier Point. You can enjoy incredible views of the Clark Range here, and I definitely recommend a visit to Washburn Point on any Glacier Point adventure. There are multiple wonderful trails all along Glacier Point Road. Among my personal favorites are Sentinel Dome and Taft Point. It is important to know the trail conditions currently in mid-May are still very snowy right from the trailhead here, so it's imperative to plan ahead with knowledgeable navigation and proper snow hiking gear right now. I do have full blog posts and virtual visit YouTube videos on what both these wonderful hikes are like in the summer, and I'll make sure to link that in the description of this video below. The majority of trails along Glacier Point Road are still snow-covered. You can see the snowy conditions right from the McGurk Meadow parking area. And while Summit Meadow is also currently covered with snow in the summer, this is always a favorite Yosemite wildflower spot of mine. Thank you so much for joining me today to see what Glacier Point and Glacier Point Road looks like on opening day 2024. Now, for more information, you can see my blog post at flyingdawnmarie.com, where I have an entire Yosemite section. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. And until next Monday, I hope you find adventure and encouragement wherever you go. Bye.